The August 5th episode of Monday Night Raw can be best described as an injection into the arm of an already exhilarating show. On this week's episode of the Bryan Breakdown, I'll be discussing the following 3 events. Gunther vs. Randy Orton 2, the annihilation of Seth Rollins by Bronson Reed, and the in-ring debut of the Wyatt6 vs. American Made. On last night's show, Gunther's celebratory speech was interrupted by none other than Randy Orton. This was a huge surprise, mainly for the fact that Randy is a SmackDown wrestler. I will say that this was a brilliant pivot by WWE Creative, incorporating what was likely an actual mistake from their King of the Ring Finals encounter into an ongoing storyline. This is also a brilliant way to keep Randy and Cody Rhodes separate before their inevitable encounter further down the line. After CM Punk abandoned his quarrel with Seth in lieu of pursuing a bracelet brandishing Drew, Seth Rollins was ambushed by Bronson Reed, who made it abundantly clear earlier in the show with Adam Pearce that he was no longer waiting for what was his, a top spot. The attack was a well-executed spectacle, far beyond what we typically see from an ambush, and it left the fans clamoring for more after Bronson delivered tsunami splash after splash after splash, totaling a 6. This was a great way to legitimize Reed, who has often been seen as a great utility player but has never really been in the main event. Hopefully this will do wonders for his career with the additional exposure, however I ultimately doubt that he will come out on top of the feud with Seth Rollins. The Wyatt6 also made their debut against a newly minted American Made. Chad Gable and the Creeds finally got a name together, and picked up the eventual win, with Chad Gable taking the pin. In general, this is a well-received match, however the debut of the 6 overshadowed the fact that this is also the inaugural match for American Made as well. The match had several memorable spots, including my favorite, a trifecta of moonsaults from American Made. While it's easy to be cynical about the distribution of offense between the two teams, many including myself, for the Wyatt6 were expecting a more dominant squash, but that wasn't the case. It was more equitable, maybe 50-50 or 40-60 type of distribution between the two. But this is understandable because both groups needed to get some footing. They were both newly established, and neither really had any sort of in-ring momentum going. The most baffling part about the 6, however, is the departure from their initial presentation of murder and death to being full-blown baby faces. My one bit of trepidation about the Wyatt6 at this point is that their gimmick is more suitable for heels, at least as far as I could tell. We'll stay tuned and see how that plays out. For more great wrestling content, please be sure to check out new audio episodes of the Too Smart Marks Show every Saturday, as well as like and subscribe so you can tune in for other great content.